And welcome to the baseline. Today is Thursday, August 13th. Field of Dreams Day for the first time since 2022, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just a baseball talk here, and today joining me is my buddy Craig. Craig, haven't had you on for a while here on the pod, but it's good to have you back. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Getting excited for the end of the baseball season, but also kind of getting sad for the end of the baseball season because I don't know when it's going to come back.
Yeah, that is true. There's been a lot of talks about the suspension and all that, and more news we're reading. It doesn't really look good. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I know you had a positive attitude about it before, but I think even anybody who even had a positive attitude now realizes this is going to be a big problem.
Yeah, yeah. It's just really haven't heard any news for months. I mean, I think no, you text me something that was like about the payroll and the salary floor, where the owners proposed a thing where they proposed a salary floor of 171.3 million. That's a floor, and a salary cap of 245.3 million. But that's been the first news we've actually really had, what, in 2-3 months?
Yeah,
Which
I mean
is
these negotiations are slow, and by the way, this is not going to get accepted. That's not even close to getting accepted.
no, the players do not. For some reason, the players do not want a cap or a floor. Um, it's kind of crazy to say that all the owners, like all 30 of them, which is, and all 30 managers have said they wanted that, which, I mean, if you're the Dodgers, why would you want that?
Right,
But,
right.
yeah, no, it doesn't really, it doesn't look good. It's actually kind of, it's scary. I mean, I know Rob Manfred is going to try to say what the fans want to hear, which is we're going to start on time. I mean, you have until March, what, like 24th or 25th, of next year, which is very, very early, than what they usually start. And yeah, I don't know if this is going to get it done
Well, you
because,
see, you need a spring training too, so it's actually more like early February.
yeah,
But the
right.
thing is, the problem is, if the players are just not going to accept the salary cap and they just are dead set against it, then I think a floor could help. Because if you have a floor, and it can't be that high, because those lower income teams are not going to go up to $150 million. But if they could get it up to like 120 and make all these teams that are in the 80s and 70s for their salaries move up to 120, that's a major piece or two major pieces that they have to add to their team for big money, which is going to lower the salaries of some of the other, the big name guys on the other teams. They're going to be moving to other teams because they can get, they need to make that floor. I think a floor would be just as effective as a cap without actually having a cap.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. Um, because to me, it goes back to the whole, um, like you said, like the lower teams, is that there's so many teams that don't try. Like right now, if we were, if we didn't have, if we're not talking about like a cap or a floor, a guy like Paul Skeens is going somewhere else in 4 years. He's leaving the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Right, but if the floor, but here you go. I don't know Pittsburgh's salary, but if let's just say it's 85 million right now, and they up it to like 120, they can keep Skeens.
Yeah, yeah, and that was being my point, is that now they could go out and try and be competitive. And the last few years, it's just these teams just give up. They don't care anymore.
And
And
that's the floor. I mean, these guys have got to get to that number. So if you don't sign, if you're Pittsburgh and you don't sign Skeens, where are you going to put that $35 million that you have to spend, or $40 million that you have to spend on somebody?
right, yeah, yeah,
So guys, these lower teams with these good players are going to keep them. And that right there will keep competitive balance a little better too, because not all the rich teams are going to buy off all the good players, because the good players are going to have to stay on their teams because they got to stay on that floor.
hmm yeah, yeah. I agree.
So I think maybe they would be more likely to do a floor than a cap, because, like I said, the problem is when you're at a total impasse where one is just dead set on no salary cap and the other side is dead set on a salary cap, you're screwed. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, yep.
Long-term projection. What do you think happens in terms of games lost next year? Uh, I'll say, give me, first of all, yes or no, will they play next year at all?
How things are looking right now, and like the information we have, probably not.
I think it's gonna. I'm gonna say yes. There's gonna be baseball next year, but it's gonna be like a 50 game season or something in like July.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like July or August, they'll finally do it, or maybe not August, but July. They'll finally get something done and have a brief, like the COVID season or whatever, where it was, what was it, 60 games or whatever it was, something like that.
Mm.
And it'll be a Fugazi playoff and World Series winner, but at least it'll be baseball. Because if not, once October rolls around and it's done, we're gonna have to wait like a year and a half before baseball comes back.
Yeah, yeah. And as much as I've been reading on, um, if that happens, that's gonna hurt baseball.
Well,
You,
there's still people, and I know this isn't you because you're too young, but there's still people that never forgave baseball for the '94 strike
right? Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
because there was no World Series that year. They canceled the World Series, and I mean, it took. See, it all ties in. It took McGuire and Sosa and the home run chase in '98 to start getting people back. And that's why they turned the blind eye to all the steroids, because fans were finally coming back to the ballparks and forgiving baseball for missing the '94 season. So they let the steroids run rampant because all the home runs that were being hit and everybody was paying attention to baseball. That's why Bud Selig let all the steroids go for as long as he did. But there's nothing like that can save it this time. And if they miss an entire year, whoa, I don't know how. I mean, it's gonna be bad.
no, yeah, I don't. I think, yeah, if that's the case, numbers will be down. No one's really gonna, no one's really gonna pay attention. It's. I think everyone will go back to the other sports, even during the off seasons of the other sports. You
We're gonna
know,
get we're gonna get minor league baseball, and we're gonna get Korean League baseball. If you want your baseball, you're gonna get women's baseball, women's softball, and
yeah,
that's gonna be it for the summer.
yeah, and that's good. I think that's gonna really really hurt MLB. No matter what they do.
It's
Uh,
gonna take a decade to get the fans back. A decade.
Probably, yeah. And that's it's gonna be sad that that's where
They'll
we're gonna have
still
to go.
lose fans if they lose half the year, but it won't be as bad as if they actually have half the season in a playoff and a World Series. It'll be okay. But if they lose the whole year, that's going to be hard to recover from.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, because it's just you can't afford to do that. You gotta be like negotiating nonstop. Like I probably as soon as the World Series ends, which I think is projected to end the 31st of October. So you got to be negotiating nonstop from
But the
October.
thing is, what's very frustrating about this is they don't.
Yeah,
Because I remember in '94 when the strike was happening, and I remember thinking to myself, how come it's taking so long to get a deal? Aren't they meeting every day and talking about this and trying to work this out every day? And I come to find out, no, they're not. They don't. They say if they go on strike like November 1st, I think they go on strike. It's December 15th or whatever is when the lockout or strike will happen in the middle of December. Once that happens, you would think, okay, every day they're going to talk. No, it's like once every 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah,
It's like how it's been.
which will be terrible. Um,
Yep.
because even I think then because you mentioned spring training. It, we always talk about this. We have a couple podcasts through the off season where we say it. It's going to be hard because then you also have, unless there's going to be some rule in it, the negotiations, and those things take forever for players to finally sign with specific teams they want to sign with.
Yep.
And then you got to add them, the signing, the trades, whoever wants to make a trade, and then spring training. Yeah, it's good. That's gonna take a very very long time for them to do.
Yeah. You need once they come back, I think you need a solid like 6 weeks at least, 6 to 8 weeks to just get ready for the regular season in terms of signings, free agents, trades, and spring training itself.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like that's it, it's sad to think about, but yeah, that's towards the direction we're going for, where it's gonna be.
It's a shame because they don't. It's just there's no urgency and it's really annoying. It just seems like they're like if we don't strike a deal on this next meeting, we're probably going to start talking about missing some games. So you think, all right, that's urgent. You got to make sure you strike a deal, otherwise you're going to miss games, and they still don't. And then they don't have another meeting for 3 weeks. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's what I say. And I don't know, like I can't put. I feel like if you do it now, where it's what, mid August, early September, you're not gonna distract anybody. I'm gonna say like the fans at least. But when you get to late September, early October, when the playoffs start, I think that's gonna be not a panic move, but it's gonna definitely be of a point where fans will start to lose it because they care more about the playoffs. I mean, yes, you're gonna have the fans who are gonna want to know what's going on, but you are now you're too late where like news comes out. People go want to watch the playoffs because they want to know, like, hey, for example, this year history could be made with the Dodgers winning three-peat. Someone could beat the Dodgers. Like that's what people are gonna care about because their team, their
Right. Yeah.
it's kind of like I don't watch it, but like the NFL, like this happened in the NFL, but it happened during the playoffs. Are you really gonna care? No, because you're going to watch the playoffs. Who's going to get to the Super Bowl? Who's going to be the final two teams? That's where your mindset as a fan's going to be, and that's where I feel like they're right now is like a fan like the Yankees or Dodgers, for example, Tampa Bay Rays. Hey, we're down to the final stretch, but it's baseball. Anything can happen, and that's where fans are going to pay more attention. I think if news keep coming out, fans are going to be pissed because they're going to be like, I don't care. I'm trying to pay attention to see if my team still has a chance or not.
Right. The fans will really start caring in October and November when the season's over or is about to be over.
Right.
But then, yeah, you would think with these negotiations with a billion-dollar industry that they would meet often, early and often. And all I know for sure is in '94 they definitely didn't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't born, but I do remember reading and hearing stories about that. And yeah, that kind of sucked. It sucked bad.
Yeah. But anyway, that's for a couple months from now.
Yep. You
So I didn't get a chance yet to listen to you and Al, the podcast you guys did. What were you discussing on that one?
so we discussed the trade deadline recap, about what we think, who won, what the teams did, and all of that. Um, so we were trying just going down the recap. I mean, do you want to have a time to voice your opinion on the trade deadline?
Um,
And we don't have to go like extreme, but think of like some teams of what you think, like how they performed and how they did. If you want to, that's up to you.
yeah. I mean, real quick off the top of my head, like the Mets did what we thought. They sold off, and now they're actually playing better for some reason.
Yep.
And Soto's not even in the lineup.
Yep.
Um, the Dodgers getting School. I mean, is anybody really surprised? It's just ridiculous. And I know there's people that get on other people for like, well, why don't Dodgers are ruining baseball, and I don't like hearing that. But because the reason why I don't like hearing that is because they're not breaking any rules.
Right.
But that to me says one of these things going back to the trade to the new CBA in the off season, the negotiations. You got to negotiate something where they can't do this anymore, where they can't do this deferred payments for 40 years. Like this. This is ridiculous. You can't do that. And I think that's going to be one of the sticking points and one of the things that everybody else except the Dodgers is going to vote against.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. Um, it's also kind of weird that the Dodgers made this trade and they really haven't been playing well, which is kind of shock to me. But
Yeah,
no,
they haven't played well at all.
no, it's I don't know. To me, I didn't get a chance to ask this to Al, but I feel like this whole year, it kind of felt like something felt off with the Dodgers, and I'm continue to see that now. Like Mookie Betts has not been Mookie Betts like from Boston or from the early years of the Dodgers. Ohtani really is not Ohtani any like it's weird to describe. Like he's not doing well. Will Smith's been out for what, at least a few months. Yamamoto's been being up here and there. Like I was watching the highlights the other day. I'm like, is this the same guy who closed out Game 7 last year? like everything seems
Is,
off
O-
with this Dodgers team.
is Otani pitching in the postseason?
I mean, he's begun a throwing rehab, but this is like the second one he's done in a matter of 2 months. Um, he keeps getting, like, he pitched, got hurt. It was like his arm, and now it's his leg. So I don't know what's going on, but they're saying that he wants to pitch, and of course it's Ohtani, so they're gonna let him do what he does. But I won't have maybe like an opener or a bullpen. I'm not gonna have him go 5-6 innings every dime. If I'm the Dodgers in the postseason, I won't not do that.
Right. Well, I'm just saying because this year, for some reason, he's actually been better as a pitcher than he is as a hitter.
Right? Yeah. Well, I
He's
knew
been
he.
great as a pitcher.
Yeah, I know he wanted to win the Cy Young, but I think that's gonna go to Mizorowski, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think he was more focused on that. But like I said, since he's done that the last few months, he's been getting hurt with like weird fluke injuries. Like I said, one was his arm. Now it's his planting leg. It's just been a weird uh, pitching season for him.
Yeah, I hear you. Other teams, I mean, the Yankees, I guess you could say they got the best bat that was traded during the deadline. It's just that nobody expected that to be the best bat. People thought better bats would be available, and there really wasn't. So the Luis Garcia trade, Luis Garcia was probably the best bat that moved teams in the trade deadline. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because he was leading like the NL and what I want to say like OPS or something like that. And yeah, he's been phenomenal. Great defensively as well. It it just kind of wears me is because now it's what do you do when you have guys come back if they come back because he's hitting good, Rice is hitting good. But then if you have Judge come back and you have Stanton come back, what do you do with all these pieces? Like that's where it was.
Jazz Chisholm sits. That's what you do. He doesn't deserve to play.
Yeah,
He has had a terrible year. And Luis Garcia played second base almost all of last year. He's played second base before. Put him at second, Ben Rice at first, and you DH Stanton and Judge and Bellinger in the outfield with I guess Grisham or maybe Spencer Jones if he's still playing better than him.
yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
You gotta, because you can't take Luis Garcia's bat out of the lineup.
no, yeah, you're right. He's been phenomenal for the Yankees. Now I agree. I don't. I've said it for a while. I don't hate him as a player. I hate his attitude, and that's Jazz. Like, and it pissed me off more when, and yeah, I know this was months ago, but it still bothers me. How the heck, as a manager who is looking over everything in the field, you don't realize that your second baseman, who probably besides shortstop makes a bunch of diving plays, you don't realize this dude has a lollipop in his mouth on the field. How do you not realize that?
Well, how do you do that as a player anyway, to begin with?
Yeah, and like I know people were saying like I'm forgetting the player's name, but back in the day, he used to play with like with a toothpick or something. Like yeah, I get this, but this is a whole lollipop plus a stick in your mouth. Like it makes no sense of why you're doing that. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, and he just anytime he does anything, it just bothers me. I'm like I don't understand what the mindset of Jazz Chisholm is. I don't think I want to know. um,
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, it's not like he's having a 33 year and having his typical year, and then we've got a real problem. He's not. He does not deserve to start in the postseason, and you've got to start getting Luis Garcia at second base. I don't know if they're going to do this, to be honest. I honestly don't know what they're going to do. If they play Jazz and they sit Garcia in the postseason, I'm going to be pissed.
yeah, and you should. Because like I said, Garcia's been phenomenal. Um, the everyone else has been doing really well. Surprisingly, it's yeah. I mean, he's got to be the only odd man out, and I don't know if the Yankees will do that, but I mean, that seems likely. You have no choice. You really have no choice.
He's got to play over him.
Yeah,
There is to it. And it's not like, because, I mean, it's not like we haven't done this. In 2024, Jazz never played third base in his life, ever, at any point, and we moved him over to third base, and there were some ups and downs, but he did it. And this guy, Garcia, has actually played second base a lot. So
Yeah.
move him over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Would make sense. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would do that, and then yeah, try to. You're gonna have to ride on the pitching, which they've been doing all year. Um, it, the bullpen kind of scares me a little bit because they're up and down, but when Bednar's on, he's on. Um, it it's just now it's I don't know. The bullpen's a little iffy for me, but the starting pitching is great. It's phenomenal. I mean, I know Schlittler is. I don't know what's going on with Schlittler. I mean, he's been good. He's been bad. He's all over the place right now, but you got to at least ride on him, Fried, and Garrett Cole. Those are easily my three people. Um, I don't know what they'll do. Like, if there was a game 4, would you do Weathers over Rodon at this point? Because Weathers has played more?
Well, you got to see what Rodon is because he's going to be back soon, and we'll get about a month of Rodon to see where he's at. And if he's not good enough, put Weathers in.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But yeah, no, yeah, like right now, how you said it, that's what I would do. Jazz will have to come off the bench. I mean, he's a free agent. Who really cares what he thinks? You don't have to re-sign him.
Yeah, he's not coming back next year anyway.
It kind of reminds me of like the whole Chapman situation where I don't, I think there was, the whole thing where he didn't show up and whatever it was. Then yeah, who cares? Don't need him. He wants to act like a total lunatic. Hey, that's fine, but you got to put the best team on the field, and that's the one that's gonna help you win. And that's benching Jazz. Great, you could send them home. Who cares?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. With their with their pitching, their 3 starters, going twice in a 7-game series or all 3-game, that's pretty. That's going to be hard to beat, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Especially since they all have, they really, really haven't struggled. I know Cole had like some things, but that was coming back of injury. I mean, every guy does that.
Yeah,
But
I mean, they're
Fried,
not going to be great every time, but for the most part, I mean, the last couple weeks they've been insane.
yeah, but I would think that would be a very hard team to beat. It's just,
Especially if you have Bellinger, Stanton, and Judge in the lineup with Ben Rice, with Lombard, who I'm really liking.
oh yeah, he's been phenomenal since he's been up. Holy cow, I like him.
Yeah. So it could be a formidable team. We'll see. I don't want to go too far and predict much, but at full strength with everybody, I think they are probably the team to beat in the AL. The only problem is going to be they're going to be a wild card team, which I hate because they don't win unless they're at home. Did you know that?
I feel like I did, but yeah, no, I don't.
Since Aaron Boone has been the manager,
Mm-hmm.
they have never won a series in which they're on the road.
Wow.
They
Okay.
have lost every road series that they've been in, and all the ones that they did win, they were the home. They had the extra game. They were the
Wow.
home.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yep. So, I mean, even the 1-game series against Boston, the 1-game wild card against Boston that year, we lost. All those, the couple against Houston and the ALCSs, both of those they were the home team of both of them.
Yep, I remember that.
The Dodgers were the home team.
Yep. Wow, that's very interesting. Holy cow, that's
And if they do it, they're going to have to buck the trend this year because they're not. I don't think they're catching Tampa.
no, I don't think they are. That Tampa's. I don't know what's going on with Tampa. They've been in ridiculous, insane. Junior Caminero, Yandy Diaz. Um,
Yeah, they don't lose.
no, McClanahan, who, uh, I think we all said was not really going to do good since he hasn't pitched for the first time in 3 years. But he's been doing great. Yeah, they're a very weird team. Griffin Jacks, who's started in the bullpen, is now a starter, and he's been freaking phenomenal. Like they're a very interesting team to watch.
Yeah, yep. And I just hope that they kind of go in the tank. How Boston went on their ridiculous run, and now they lost what, 5 in a row.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah, that's the only hope the Yankees have is that the Yankees keep playing well, and Tampa falters, but I don't see it so far. I mean, they just keep winning no matter what.
yeah. Oh well, Boston won today, so.
Yep.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, yeah, it's yeah, Tampa's gotta go on some weird streak. I think that's the only thing that will have the Yankees. What are they, 6.5 games behind Tampa Bay right now?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, they gotta do it, and
I don't think they're going to be able to catch them.
probably not because I'm looking. Yankees play Toronto starting tomorrow, and Tampa plays Baltimore, who have been awful.
Yeah, but I think after Baltimore, Tampa's schedule gets harder. If you look a little further, look at Tampa's schedule after Baltimore.
Yeah. Let's see. They play the Blue Jays. They play Toronto, Baltimore again. Then they play Detroit, San Diego, and the Mets.
Well, all right. Well, I thought there was somebody. I thought there was another good team in there, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know in September they play Texas to start out. Texas, Atlanta, and Houston.
Oh, there you go. Texas, Atlanta, Houston.
Yeah, but that's not until
Later
September.
on.
Yeah, September 1st.
Well,
So,
we'll have to see. But anyway, anybody else want to talk about in terms of the trade deadline?
um, yeah, I mean, we don't have our buddy Al in here, but Al actually said if you take the Dodgers out, he really loves two teams, and that was the Cubs and the Padres. Uh, the Padres got Robbie Ray and Casey Mize, to where the Cubs got Kevin Gausman, Clay Holmes, it's a bullpen piece. I'm forgetting on his name. It begins with a Z, from the Angels, and they redid their whole pitching rotation. The Cubs, but he really likes that both of those two teams have gone from terrible pitching to having some all-star guys in the rotation.
Yeah, I like all that.
Yeah.
I agree, and I definitely think the Cubs are a dark horse team in the NL that might be able to give the Dodgers a run for their money. Them and Atlanta are the two teams that maybe that can get by the Dodgers, but it'll be tough, but they might be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I like Gosman. I think he's not having the best year, but he is an all-star. He's a name that you're going to know. Bregman has gone good. Uh, PCA has been on fire as of late.
Yeah,
I think he wins the MVP. There's no
right.
shot. I think he wins the MVP. Yeah, they've just been, a very awesome and fun team uh, to watch. I think they're gonna get some people back. Like I think Cabrera is supposed to get back. I want to say Steele as well, but I'm not 100% sure because I think Horton is gone for the year again. But yeah, they, I agree though. They're a dark. I think they're a dark horse. I'll also add from your two teams, what you did, the Braves and the Cubs. In my opinion, and I'm not saying it because he's our friend. I'm saying it because I think it's true. I think the Phillies have a shot as well. I know they're struggling right now, but they've been phenomenal since Don Mattingly has become the manager.
Oh yeah. The thing is, now what moves did the Phillies make? Can you
So
refresh my memory?
So they got Larissa Reyes for second base.
Right, right.
They got Brooks Riley from the Mets. And there was, I want to say there was one more move, but I can't remember on the top of my head. But those were like at least the two big moves that they did.
Well, I mean, Riley's been really good this year, but he's kind of up and down. I don't love that. I mean, if he's on, he's fine, but he could at any point be really bad.
Right. Yeah.
But I love the Arise move. I just like that player. I love his skill set. I love what he does. The lost art of a high batting average,
Yep. Yep.
and it is a lost art.
Yeah. Now with this new school baseball, old school.
Yeah, new school, old school. Yeah. So we'll have to see, but yeah, I love. Of course, Schwarber has had another great year. So they've got. Do they have the starting pitching though that can then beat the Dodgers?
Well, I would say definitely a lock would be what Sanchez. Sanchez has been on amazing these last. I mean, I know he went through that stretch where he struggled, but he's been good. Zach Wheeler, who nobody thought was going to be this good, he's been phenomenal. Uh, I'll give some credit to Jesus Lazardo. Like he's not terrible, but I mean he's a solid pitcher. I think the only thing that would scare me for the Phillies is if it's like a 7-game series because Aaron Nola and Andrew Painter are just, they're very, very terrible. Like, I don't know what happened to both of them. I know Andrew Painter was a guy that no matter, like, once he got called up, like, people were like, oh, this is a pitcher to watch. It kind of reminded me if, anyone remembers when Steven Strasburg came up, it was like, oh, you got to watch this guy. This guy's great. But Andrew Painter turned out not to be good. um, and Aaron Nola is just, I don't know, he's just not there anymore. He's just struggling, giving up home runs left and right. But I would, like, if I'm doing like a 4 or 5 game series, I don't know. I like the Dodgers' first three. That could compare to the Dodgers pitching. Oh, do we?
'Cause
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought we lost you for a minute.
No, no, no. I apologize. I muted you because I was opening something that was all crinkly, and I
Oh.
didn't want you to hear, so I muted it. And I forgot to unmute myself. Anyway, no, what I was saying is that fourth game, if they can match up 3 for 3 in that fourth game, though, I think is a definite loss. I don't know. I think the Cubs and Braves match up a little better.
Okay, yeah.
And we know Milwaukee won't because even if when they make it, like I was big on them winning the division and doing well this year, even though everybody said they weren't gonna, I have no faith in them in the playoffs. So they always are just really quick, a quick exit every year. So that's not a concern. Whoever they play, that they're going to lose to probably. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It'll be a good race for sure. I'm excited for, like I said, I'm excited for the end of baseball to get really ramped up here in September and October. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff for sure.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Um, you know, oh, yeah, I was gonna say, because we were talking about the trades and all that, but kind of want to talk about a surprising team. I think we were all on our predictions. We were talking about off air, saying, "Oh, this was an easy placement." That's the Chicago White Sox. We all had them last place, and they're leading the AL Central. Wow.
Off air, I told you that not one of us. I won't even say which one of us between me, you, and Al. One of us said this is the easiest prediction to make out of all the 30 teams was the White Sox in last.
Yeah, and they're leading the Central by 2.5 games.
Yeah, they're going to the playoffs. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, they're first of all, I gotta say, what a bad job for 29 other teams on the Murakami deal. This dude has been raking ever since he came here in the major leagues. Like,
Absolutely.
it was he can't hit the fastball and this and that. Before he got hurt, he was leading the American League in home runs. It's insane of how great he's been.
Yeah. Yep. And now they got him back, right? He's back, right?
Yeah.
So look out. Can you imagine if the White Sox really go on a deep run?
Oh, that would be insane.
Get to like the ALCS.
Oh, that would be. As a baseball fan for myself, I would love that because I always like to see the underdog do
Right.
well. But
Right.
like that would be insane if they could do that because they got the pieces, and then even during the speaking of the trade deadline, they added more, and it's not like okay, hey, here's a pitcher and he's a rental. No, they got Luis Garcia or Castillo, who's a on your books for this year and all of if there is all of next year. So they're planning for the future. This is not just oh hey, we think this is a one-time shot. No, they think they have a legitimate shot from now until whenever.
Yeah. It's crazy. I am happy to see it because it's a nice surprise. Of course, if they play the Yankees, I'll be rooting against them. But other than that, I'll be rooting for them. Because no one saw this coming, not to this degree anyway. Maybe, you could see, you could fathom, okay, they had a nicer year than you thought. They're, just a little below 500. They come in third or something. No, they're in first effing place.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they are doing really well. Like we all picked like the Tigers and the Guardians. They're above those guys, people. Like they're not. They're just doing so well, and it's so crazy of how insane this ball club is. But that's the thing. It's that they're also fun to watch. It's not like, when you watch and you're like, oh man, like I feel bad because, they're making mistakes here and there. No, everything is coming together. And as a baseball fan, I love that they're doing what they're doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, the Guardians, you were saying, they're 4 games under 500, the Guardians.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, the Twins are ahead of them.
Yeah. That was a surprise for me as
So
well.
those three teams, the Twins, the Tigers, and the Guardians, are all within like a game of each other. The Tigers have 60 wins. Minnesota has 60 wins, and Cleveland has 59 wins.
Wow, that's a terrible division. Holy cow.
Yeah, and they're all under 500, all three of them.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
And the White Sox are, I mean, they're better, but they're not, I mean, they have 62 wins instead of the 60 wins the other teams have. They're 62 and 58.
Wow, yeah, that's a terrible division.
It really is.
Yeah, that's
Now, there's some thought among Yankee fans, and I want to know what your opinion is on this, that they should come in third in the wild card. It would be most advantageous to them to come in third in the wild card.
okay.
Let Boston catch them, and then whoever else. And the reason why is because if you come in third in the wild card, you're going to play the AL Central winner. So
You
you play the White Sox.
okay, I can see that point, but
Because if you come in first in the wild card, we're playing Boston.
mm,
And then if you beat Boston, you play Tampa. If you come in third, you play the White Sox. And then if you beat the White Sox, you play the AL West winner. You don't play Tampa or Boston to get to the ALCS. In the ALCS, you could play one of them. You'd only play one of them, and it wouldn't be until the ALCS. If you come in first in the wild card, you got to play and beat both of them just to get to the ALCS.
I mean, yeah, I get it because it kind of like more of a, well, I guess how things will be like more kind of an easy path, but yeah, I don't know. That's
I see what they're saying. I can
yeah,
understand what they're
I,
saying. I
I
don't know
mean,
if I totally buy it, but I can't really deny that it's not an easier path because it pretty much is an easier path.
no, it is because I mean, if you put everything together, you might have, yeah, you'll probably beat the White Sox. I mean, the first place in the AL West, it's like up and down because
And they're all 500, just like the AL Central.
yeah, and
Houston
like
is 62 and 60.
yeah, like the Seattle's not that good. The
Seattle's 5 games behind Houston.
Jesus, yeah.
So
Texas is
Texas is a game and a half back. So it's either Houston or Texas. But
yeah,
would you rather play them or would you rather play Tampa?
yeah. Probably play one of them because the pitching for both teams is not that good.
You'd be on the road for both. So it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The only benefit you have by coming in first is if you play Boston, all 3 games are in New York in the
yeah,
wild card.
yeah.
That's it. Other than that, there's no real advantage because I'd much rather play the White Sox than the Red Sox.
That's true, especially with the the. Well, I'm gonna call it a rumor because nothing's really official. Um, that if they get Crochet, I heard they're gonna use him as a bullpen guy, kind of like a John Smokes. Um,
Oh,
which that would be freaking him and Chapman. Oh God, that would be
that'd be crazy.
yeah. you know, and not to diss on Boston, like they're a very good team. I mean, I've said so many times on this podcast, I was ready to write them off, especially after they fired Cora. And they've really turned it around. Um, so
Historically,
yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, I would, as a Yankee fan, probably would go get the White Sox than Boston and Tampa.
Yeah, the White Sox in Houston or Boston and Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we already lost the season series to Tampa, so we're actually an extra game behind. We're not 6.5, we're 7.5.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about yeah.
We lost the tiebreaker to them already. It would be in Tampa. The only thing would be if we play Boston, all the games would be in New York. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I just heard that and I was like, wow. And then I looked at it and it's true. That's exactly how it would break down right now. And when we went to the World Series, we played a bunch of AL Central teams. Remember in 2024?
Yeah. That was like an easy, very easy thing.
It was all AL Central teams. Played the Tigers and Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah. And then lost to the Dodgers, but hey, we don't talk about that, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Lost to the Dodgers, but but that's another example of we were home against the Guardians and we won. We were home against Detroit and we won. And then we were on the road in the World Series and we lost. Again, we lose on the road and win at home.
Yeah, that's still crazy. That's still a crazy stat to even think about.
Right. But even so, we would only get one home series if we come in first in the wild card, and all the rest would be on the road anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, probably take the White Sox, but I don't think they're gonna casually try to go to third. As much as they might want to, I don't think the Yankees will do that. They'll have to be very terrible for that.
Yeah, you never know though. They can be terrible too.
This is true. Oh man.
I had a thing. Of course, I can't find it now. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. So what else? What do you? All right, here. Now that we have, most of this, 3/4 of the season is done.
Mm.
Update, update your predictions.
Oh boy. For what playoffs or
Yeah, just division winners.
um? Hold on. Let me actually gotta go on my phone to look at it. So well, AL East will be. I'm thinking Tampa.
Yep. So
Um.
we were wrong on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume them. Um. I don't know. AL Central. It's close, but I really want to say the White Sox.
Me too. I see the Tigers are right there, but I think it's the White Sox.
Yeah, like either way, they're gonna make the postseason. But I want to I want to say Chicago. I think they're gonna win the AL Central. Um, unless like Detroit pulls something really magical. I have to go with the White Sox on this one.
Yeah, I mean they just traded Scooble.
Yeah, they're doing better. Like I don't understand how that works.
I think the Mets traded their whole team and don't have Soto. They're playing better.
Yeah. Um. Oh, actually, speaking of that, did you hear that? This is what I want to get your opinion on. So literally, what I want to say last Sunday, before Scooble makes his home debut, I should mind you, goes on a podcast and says that he wants to renegotiate with the Tigers and become a Tigers for life. Did you hear about that or?
No.
Yeah, so but like the day before he makes his home debut in front of Dodger Stadium. Now people are saying like, oh, like he has to say that. No, guys, he said that he wants to be a Tiger for life. He loves it there, and he wants to. When November comes, he hopes that they're the first team to call.
Right. There is an open period, by the way, of free agency before the lockout. I told you the lockout or strike is like mid-December,
Yeah.
but from like November 1st or something or 5th, somewhere in there, till December, whatever the date is, December 15th, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
That 3-week period is free agency still. So you can sign people during those 3 weeks before the new collective bargaining agreement comes into effect, whatever it's
Okay.
going to be.
Okay. Interesting.
So they can sign him then, right as soon
Yeah.
as the season ends, or the Dodgers can too. And if the
Right.
Dodgers want to keep him, say they win another World Series and he's a big part of it, and they just want to blow him away with a big money offer, they can still do it because it's still under the old agreement.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. But
Right. And then once the lockout starts, then anything after that can't happen. There's no negotiations with players or contracts or anything until the new agreement is happens.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no. But I just want to get your opinion because, like, obviously, as like a Dodger fan, if you hear that, or even a baseball fan in general, like, doesn't that just sound like very weird to you that, hey, you just got traded and you're here on a big market team, but you're saying you want to go back to your old team? Like, I feel that
Your
just sounds
small,
very
your
weird.
small market team.
Yeah, but I felt like that just sound very weird because, like I said, people were like, "Oh, he had to say that." No, he could have said, "Hey, I loved my time there," and no, he literally went on and said, "I love Detroit. I want to play the rest of my career there." That kind of tells me that I don't think he wanted to be traded at all.
Yeah, he didn't he like get emotional, like start crying after his last start in Detroit because he figured he was going to get
I
traded.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he likes Detroit. So maybe he'll just be like Chapman, where he goes there, maybe wins a World Series, and then just goes back.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be huge for Detroit. That you just they could probably they got a lot of free agents this year, so it could work maybe.
Oh yeah,
Because I'm thinking like who's Torres because he accepted the qualifying offer. Jansen, like those are the two big ones that I know off my head that signed for big money. Yeah, I mean they could bring him back. It'll be
yeah,
interesting, unless Steve Conan becomes the rich guy he was supposed to be and signs him, which I don't think is going to happen. But
right. Well, that's another thing too. Is it all depends on how quickly these guys move, and knowing how what's his face, the agent there,
Boris,
Boris.
yeah,
Yeah, how he usually works, where he waits and waits and waits. I don't think anybody's going to sign before the lockout,
probably not. No, which that would be.
or any of his clients.
I mean, yeah, that would be very bad.
It's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, it's exactly the deal with him.
Yeah, same year with all that, which it freaking sucks. But it
Yeah,
did.
it'll be interesting, but I'm not a huge fan of Boris, but maybe because of this, because of the lockout, he will change the way he works and do it sooner rather than later.
Mm,
Because I think no matter what the deal is that they come to an agreement on, no matter what the new collective bargaining is, I don't think the salary is going to be as big after the agreement than it will be before. I think he'll make more if they just sign him right in November than he will if they wait for the new deal and sign him, whenever next March or whatever.
yeah, yeah, damn it, I can see that.
Well,
Um,
They're winding down, man.
yeah, we are.
I always say the football season goes by so fast, but now even the baseball season goes by fast.
It does. Like, I don't know. Well, because I only watch one sport for, people who are listening. Yeah, I love baseball, and it's more sad every year. Then once August hits, you're like, damn, we're already out.
We're almost already done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, should we continue with our thing? Um,
Oh, yeah, the predictions.
yeah, we got distracted. This what all the time.
So I would agree with you on Tampa.
Yeah,
I would agree with you on Chicago.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna
I
say
think I think Houston's gonna hold on.
I think so too. Just because, and of course, I was missing with Al in this. The one year I don't pick Jordan Alvarez, he's on the way to win the freaking triple crown. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he's on the verge. Actually, I gotta see the stats. Actually, is he still? No, no, he's not anymore. Yeah, like when he was like on the verge of winning both the AL and MLB triple crown, which is just insane of how good he's been playing this past year.
Well, he's great. He's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer probably.
Yeah, if we give him a couple more years like this, I will agree with that.
Other than unless he gets injuries, which he might.
Which I think in the next couple of years, Houston's got to keep doing what they're doing with him and keep him
Yeah, he's
healthy.
got bad knees to begin with.
Yeah. Which, by the way, and then we'll go back to doing the prediction thing. What an awful trade, huh? Because the Dodgers got rid of Yordan Alvarez for Josh Fields. I think the Dodgers. I mean, yeah, you have Otani, but you're probably still kicking yourself right now. Be like, crap, we could have had this guy.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's a monster.
What's good
Uh,
for him, what's cool about him too, is he doesn't just mash and bat 230. He has a high batting average too.
yeah, but you like to see, a guy who could do both. Uh, so kind of like Judge, really, when Judge was
Oh
healthy,
yeah,
he could do both.
yeah. He won the batting title last year, didn't he? I think he did
Yeah, yeah,
because he didn't win the triple crown because of Raleigh hit the home runs.
yes,
Uh,
yep,
but he had the batting. He won the batting title.
yep,
So yeah, exactly. Very similar to Judge.
yeah, which is awesome. I like it. Um, I know East. I'm gonna go with the Braves.
I think you have to because the Phillies so far back.
Yeah,
They're 9.5 back.
yeah, yeah,
We were talking about the Yankees being 6 back, and probably Tampa's going to win the division because the Yankees are too far back. Philly's 3 more back than that.
yeah. Which holy cow. Um, actually, speaking of Flair, it still weirds me to say this, but me and Al were talking about this as well. Can you believe Matt Olson has played over 900 consecutive games?
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy. That's awesome, though. I love that.
This, like, that's like,
In this day and age,
yeah,
it's unheard of.
yeah. And we were looking at it. He's, for fans who haven't checked this out, this is still crazy. He's played over 900 games so far, and he still has to play like 10 and a half more years to catch up to Cal Ripken Jr.
Which he's not going to do.
No, I think we looked it up. He's 32 years old.
Yeah.
He's not playing
He
until
has
like
to play
43.
and not miss a game.
Yeah. I mean, that's, That's crazy.
He has an outside shot of playing until 42, 43, but he's gonna miss games in there.
Yeah, but I'm wishing the best of luck. I'm not trying to jinx him because I like Matt Olson. He's a great player, and but yeah, that's just still crazy of how the game has changed. He still found out how to play 900 consecutive games in this day and age.
Yep. We all got. By the way, we have changed every one of our picks. You both picked Tampa Bay to come in last, and we both picked, I believe it was Toronto Toronto to win the East. We both picked Detroit, I believe, to win the Central, and we both picked Seattle to win the West. And now we're picking Tampa, Chicago, and Houston. And then we also both picked Philly, or I think we actually had different. I think I had the Mets and you had Philly.
Yeah.
And neither one of us picked Atlanta.
Right. Yeah.
All right, and now we're picking Atlanta.
Yep.
All right. So I mean, we don't have the West. Obviously, the Dodgers. We could just move on.
Yeah, and then the Central probably Milwaukee. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I mean, Chicago's they're not too far back. They're only 3 back. That's going to be a really nice down the stretch race.
Yeah.
But they're both going to make the playoffs, I think.
Oh, hands down, I believe that.
Because even though I was talking about how Milwaukee's got like the second best record in baseball, Chicago's only 3 games behind them. They're not far back, and I'm sure baseball has the schedule right where you play your rivals down the stretch. So I'm sure those games down the stretch with the Cubs and the Brewers are going to be really fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's see. When do they?
They've got to play late in the year.
They play. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So they play each other August 31st to September 3rd, and then September 7th through the 9th, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so early September, not late. Interesting.
No. So that's gonna be those games are gonna really be fun to watch. Oh yeah. That's very interesting. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious, like, because they end up in Boston, Milwaukee. Who does? Wow, yeah, they both kind of got easy schedules after they play each other, but Milwaukee's more easy than the Cubs. Like Milwaukee finishes off with this is after the Cubs series from 7 through 9. They do Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Philly, and then end the season against St. Louis. So they kind of got a more easier schedule than the Cubs do.
So maybe Milwaukee, maybe it's a smarter bet to put Milwaukee. But either way, like we said, they're going to both make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they're both. They're both gonna make it. That in my opinion, it's just a matter of, like we said, who finishes out where. But I think I have to say Milwaukee, just because I like how Pat Murphy is, and he's kind of an old school type than a new school, which I love. I'm gonna say Milwaukee.
All right, that's cool. Just real quick, other than the Dodgers, who do you think can win it all? Who do you got coming out of the AL?
Ooh, it's gonna be close. Like that's gonna be the hard thing. Um,
I'm
you
going to
know,
sound like a homer, but if I want to put a caveat, if Judge and Stanton are both back and playing,
mm,
I'm picking the Yankees. But if they're not, then I don't know. Then
you know what? I'm gonna get a little. I'm gonna like do a little hot thing just because I like watching them and I would love to see them go. I'm gonna say Tampa.
okay,
I
yeah,
I, I really like Tampa,
yeah. If they, yeah, I can see that they're playing the best out of anybody.
yeah. Especially if they could somehow with the next. I know his first two starts were shaky, but they could somehow figure out how to turn Freddie Peralta around.
Right. And
I
if anybody's doing, usually you think it's them, but you never know. He might just be cooked.
probably yeah, but yeah, I'll have to say Tampa for the American League.
Yeah, absolutely valid for sure. Um, for me, it's just a matter of the Yankees with that pitching. If they can get some hitting going, because that's been the problem. If they can get there, because what you might not realize is when Judge and Stanton were in the lineup early in the year before they got hurt,
Yeah.
the Yankees had the most runs scored in baseball.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I knew that. Yeah, that's insane.
So if they have the most runs scored in baseball and they come back and they're doing that with that pitching, how that's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can't be beat, as we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, all right.
Oh, but should we do someone else other than the Dodgers, or do we just think it's gonna be the
Yeah.
Dodgers?
Well, I think it's going to be the Dodgers, but I will say the Cubs if not the Dodgers. And a Cubs Dodgers NLCS would be fun.
No, that'd be really really fun. Just the atmosphere of both cities. Oh, that would be cool. Um, if I had to pick anyone but Dodgers, I'm still gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say Philly. I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're all like they now all of a sudden have like I said, besides the fourth and fifth spot in the rotation, they got like a perfect team right now, which is crazy to say.
Right. And we've seen it right now that the Dodgers are not invincible. They have lost, what is it, 7 out of 10 or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Maybe even more than that. Maybe hang on, I have it right here. Oh no, they're 4-6 in their last 10. Oh, after they lost 5 in a row, they've won 3 in a row.
Okay. Yeah. But
But you
still,
can see, I mean, you lost 5 in a row, so
yeah.
they're not invincible.
Oh no, actually, scratch that. Uh, not they lost 7.
You lost 7 in a row?
Yeah, because they lost to they got swept by Boston. Um,
Yep.
they got swept by the Cubs,
Yep.
and then they lost that one game, the first game against Arizona,
And then they won 3 in a row?
and then they won one, lost another one, so they lost the series to Arizona, and then they won 3 in a row.
All right. Very interesting.
So yeah, let's see, they lost 7, 8. So if we want to get technical, from August 31st. No, sorry, July 31st. They're let's see, 7, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 4-8. Wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're 4-8. I literally, that's insane. Since July 31st, they're 4-8.
Yeah.
Holy that I would never have thought that sentence would come out of my mouth. Holy shit. Um, yeah, so Dodgers are beatable, guys. Dodgers are beatable.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, holy shit, 4-8 since July 31st. That's insane.
Let's just hope they don't go on another tear here where they've won 3 in a row and it turns into like 9 in a row or something.
Yeah, yeah, that would be insane if they do that.
That'd be bad.
I mean, I know. Yeah, right now they're playing. Oh, they got Milwaukee this this weekend, so maybe I don't know, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the Miz play this weekend? Because I would like to see that. Mizorowski versus the Dodgers. Um. Oh, he pitches. He does pitch Saturday against the Dodgers. So that'll be interesting.
That will be interesting. Saturday?
Yeah.
Very cool. He's the Cy Young winner.
Oh, the hands down. I think he is. I don't think anyone else is even close to him.
What a weird year Skeens has had, huh?
Yeah, he's been awful,
I don't get it.
and it's like, I mean, it's his third year, so I can't really like blame him too much. But just the last 2 years, this dude looked untouchable, and he's not.
Zero is like 4.5, right?
Yeah, like he's just having a very bad year. I think it was like what Pittsburgh has lost his last 6 games or something like that.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not been good.
They can't even win. Yeah, they can't even win when he pitches.
No,
So.
which it's going to. I don't know. I hope it doesn't hurt him, but I mean it. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not a good year for him. But the AL Cy Young, that's gonna be fun to watch. Was Cease and Cam Schlittler? Those two guys are having a phenomenal season.
Yeah, yeah. Every time I think Schlittler might be um, slipping or might be slowing down or something, he throws another 7 innings, 1 hit, no run, 9 strikeout game.
Yeah. And then Cease, like, I feel Cease feels like tops that, like, right after. Throws like 8 and strikes out 10, gives up one hit. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But that's gonna be a close race. Cease and Cam Schlittler.
Well, Toronto, I think, needs to get back in the race. They're not really in it.
No, they're having a bad. They're terrible. Like,
But a lot of times these awards go to the player on the winning team,
that's right.
even
Yeah,
if they don't deserve it.
yeah. Can you also believe Vlad doesn't have a home run in his own ballpark?
What happened to him?
I don't even know.
I mean, I thought maybe he could have a down year, but this is not just a down year. This is a complete power outage.
Yeah, like it's insane of how terrible he really is. Like he is this year. I feel so bad. Like you, no has no home runs
Can
at
you
Iverson.
imagine? Can you imagine if the Mets signed him?
Oh God, yeah, that.
You let Alonso go when he's having a typical Alonso year in Baltimore, and you sign Vlad, and he doesn't have a home run in your home park.
Yep. Like, oh, it's just so bad. I feel so bad for him. Hopefully he could turn around next year and I don't know, maybe,
Even when he had a down year where his power was a little down, it still was like 20 homers.
yeah.
What does he have now?
I don't even know he has 20. Let's see. Vlad, where are you? Oh, come on, phone. Where's Vlad? 7.
He is not coming close to 20 this year.
No, he's. Oh God, yeah. Oh, I know he was awful. I didn't know he was this bad. Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean it's really really bad.
262, 7 home runs, 46 RBIs. Holy, yeah.
And no home runs at home.
Yep. Also, this is like his hits are not even. He's not even getting that many hits. 112 hits.
That's the thing is, how many games has he played?
114.
I mean, he's played a lot of games. Like he's played enough games where he should be having a normal year. It's not like he got really cut short with injuries.
Yeah. He doesn't even have 20 doubles either.
I bet you Judge's numbers are better than his just for playing whatever he played a month and a half.
Probably. That's crazy. Oh, now we gotta look this up.
Look up Judge's numbers. I bet you. Well, I'm pretty sure he had more than 7 homers for sure.
248, 17 homers, 38 RBIs.
He had 10 more homers, and he hasn't played in two and a half months.
Holy cow. Wow, I feel so bad for Vlad. Oh my God, poor dude.
But what happened?
I don't even know.
It's just unexplainable. He's not old. He didn't get hurt. Maybe he's hurt and he isn't saying anything.
Probably.
That's the only thing I can think of because there's no explanation for this.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's very odd.
7 homers, has not been hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe he went on the IL shortly, but 114 games is still a significant number of games for where we are now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not doing really well this year. Holy cow.
It would if he went to any other team, that he would be destroyed by that fan base, no matter where he went.
Oh,
It's good he went back to Toronto, where he already, carried them to a World Series.
yes. Yes, I agree.
It would just be the Mets' luck, though, if they signed him.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look at the other moves they've done. Simeon really hasn't been that good. Luis Robert was hurt for like half the season.
Like he always is.
Yeah, Bichette has sucked. Um,
Polanco, terrible, and hurt most of the year.
yeah. I mean, it's I don't know.
None of their moves worked. None of their
No,
off-season moves worked.
no, and to me, it's you gotta think about like the whole thing is like is everything that was said last offseason true, where it was, like even Edwin Diaz said that, like even if Edwin Diaz didn't even pick the Dodgers, I think he was leaving anyway because he even said during his introduction thing where he's like that organization is so misorganized. It's insane, and I think most of it, if not, has to be maybe Lindor. Because let's think about it. You got rid of McNeil because he almost fought with Lindor. You got rid of Alonso for whatever reason because they said Lindor had a problem with him. And then it was the problem with like, oh, Lindor and Soto don't get along. I think if backstage, if all this is true, it's starting to become more clear. Lindor apparently can't get along with anybody.
Right. No, he can't. Apparently.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get it, regardless of what they say, he doesn't get along with Soto at all.
No. Well, it's two different people, and I can't really blame Soto, because I heard some people say that he was kind of the same thing with every organization. I don't know about the Yankees. Well, on field, we see what's on the field compared to behind the scenes. But apparently, like, this guy is more of a get to the ballpark, do my thing, play the ball game, and then leave me alone for the rest of the day. Like, that's Juan Soto's
Yep.
mindset. Lindor wants to, like, smile, have fun, all round, all year round. Um, so yeah, those two things obviously don't mix with each other. But yeah, I don't know. Lindor either has to go and you got to do something else, or I don't know the whole. I don't know what to do. The Mets are just so bad. It's not even funny.
All right. I think we've definitely put in some time and got a good podcast out there.
Yeah,
It's
got
been an hour and a half.
yeah, definitely. That was fun. Get
Absolutely. We'll do another one for the end of the year, and we'll make sure Al joins us.
yes, sir, buddy Al. Always fun to have him on. Just when it's all three of us, it's all fun, and then we all talk and just not realize how much time we have.
Oh yeah! All of a sudden, it's been 2.5 hours or something.
Yeah, we're like, oh crap, we gotta go on, and
I gotta go to bed.
yeah, gotta get rolling. But that's just what happens. We get three people who love the sport way too much. You just keep talking, especially when we do like our top tens. Those are fun.
Those are always fun.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to come up with some ideas for some content next year if there's no baseball.
I've gotten a few.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously the one that we were supposed to do, but obviously all of our schedules have changed a lot. Was the still want to do it, which is like the batters, like the best seasons for each batter.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
one, because we've done some fun ones, like we done like batting stands, pitching. The last one we did, which was almost a year ago, can't believe it's been that long since we did one, was movies. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
baseball movies.
I've done one, and I kind of want to do it just to make people laugh and have some fun for the listeners and of course us. How about mascots? Baseball mascots. I thought of
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
we've done announcers, so like why not do mascots for just for shits and giggles,
That'll be fun.
Yeah. But like I said, we all gotta get because I know our schedules have all
Yeah,
been,
now me and Al next week
yeah.
we're going to be starting the football podcast. We got our first football podcast is Tuesday, and
Mhm.
then once the season starts, which is in September, we're going to be doing two a week. But the two we record them on the same day. So
Right. Yeah. So any football listeners, go out and check Craig's channel, Perks Recap. Um, where he does a bunch of stuff. Yeah. You also still doing the music reactions too?
absolutely,
Yeah. So the music reactions, you got football. I think every once in a while, me and Al will hop on his. We'll do a baseball.
yep.
Um,
I also still do. I don't do them like I did last year, where I'm doing it every series, but I'm doing Yankee 3 minute shorts, which are fun. It's just quick little 3 minutes hit 3 minutes in and out, quick little hit on the Yankees and what's going on. And I've done a few of those this year, and I'll continue to do those as well.
yeah. So yeah, there you go. Go check out his channel. Like I said, Perks Recap. Um, maybe we could find a way to like share a link in the description or something so you guys could go check it out. So yeah, go check out with his. Well, we sign off. You got anything else you want to add, or?
No, I think we nailed it. Guys, just make sure you keep up with Jordan's channel too, and we will be hitting baseball at least 2 more times, maybe more, because between the 2 channels, between my channel and his, because the end of the season one we have to do, and then maybe the end of the postseason we have to do.
Right. Yeah.
So that's at least 2 more big ones, and Al's got to be there for both of those.
Yes. Yes, he does. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right, man. It was good to have you on again. It's been a very long time, like you said, since you've been on.
Yeah, I was glad